Greetings and welcome to Monster Legends, and another special feeding episode. This time we're going to be feeding a lady of nature that I recently acquired when my team came in third in the recent team race. And this is Kiridar. Kiridar's got lots of open rune slots, so a little bit of extra welcome to her. Anyway, like I said, she's legendary, she's nature, I hear she's good, but I don't know anything about her, so we're all about to find out. And I do have a place, no, over here. There's actually a lot of ladies here to keep her company. Okay, I can see that would be very useful in many endeavors. Yeah, that could be very useful indeed. All right, so where is she? There she is, and of course we're going to give her another name. Yeah, that's not going to do it all. All right, so anyway, this is Caridad. She, like I said, she is a legendary, she is nature, she is immune to possession. No one's going to take over her mind. Her power and speed are actually rather good. Her life is a little tick above normal there, so her stats are actually kind of good. And they are her real stats, too. No buffing here, because she has a stamina of 140. Let's just take a look at some skills here. All right, pack signature. Deals low physical damage, and then we have Bai Young, deals low nature damage. Hopefully we have some good names here. Let's not go crazy with any kind of things. My pronunciation is very bad, and I will give up really quickly. Anyway, we have this special skill that we stole down here below, Jungle Stampede. Deals very heavy nature damage to all enemies, may stun all targets, removes all positive status effects from all targets. Okay, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good one indeed. Very useful if it comes at just the right time. Kiridar is the ambassador of the animals for the Earth Pact. When she plays her horn, creatures from all over the earth come to fight by her side. She knows that when they all come together as one, they are invincible. So all the animals of the earth are going to come to one spot. Nobody else sees a problem with that? Just saying. Well, you know what? We need to feed her up if she's going to lead the creatures of the world here, right? So let's start working on that. Let's at least get her to level 4 for her first evolution, because she's just a little one. Okay, there she is. And she's got her horn. Okay. And I know she's got a ponytail, too. It looks very nice on her. All right, but this is all about the skills, isn't it? This is all about the skills. So let's start learning them. The first one is at level 7. Pack Leader. Deals moderate nature damage. Okay. All right, let's continue to level 10 and another skill. Clara the Rhino deals moderate nature damage, 50% chance of stunning target. Interesting. Now, I know nothing about her. I don't know what type of creature she is. Monster, I should say. Nature has a tendency to be very healy and protecty and stuff like that, but you never know. Also, there can be poison involved. So I'm a little interested to see the stunning thing. Usually you don't see that. Some creatures you do, but usually you don't. So it may just be a one-off. We'll see. We'll see what our final skills turn out to be. And we'll get another skill, of course, at level 15. Mountain Gorilla deals moderate nature damage, 50% chance of blinding target. Okay. We got a lot of things here. Hopefully they start mixing together. Let's continue to level 20 and another skill. Versailles Rhino. Okay. Deals heavy nature damage, may stun. Whoa! That's heavy nature damage, 0 cooldown stun. I'm going to put that right there. That may hang out until the end. That's just a good old skill right there. She does a lot of damage for nature. Kind of interesting. All right, let's continue to level 25, and her final form, of course. Meilan deals heavy nature damage, destroys target's shield. Oh, that could be useful. It's situational, though. It's situational. I'm going to throw that over there for now, since we have a stunning attack already. I mean, they're both 0 cooldowns, so I don't really know. That one seems to do a little bit more damage. But the thing about it is a stun. I'm not going to give up a stun. I mean, destroying target shields, like I said, that's situational. So I don't know if I end up It really depends on what else she has. And there's her final form. Doesn't she look amazing? I don't know how in nature she got, like, robotic implants, but they work on her. Yes, they do. All right, let's continue to level 30 and some more skills. Chimpanzees in the Vines. Deals moderate nature damage to all enemies. Makes enemies very weak against nature attacks. That's actually very useful considering, let's face it, all of her attacks so far are nature. I mean, she hasn't had a special attack yet. Should I put that in the first spot? You know, I'm kind of, at this point, I'm kind of counting on her doing something else for that first spot. So I'm going to throw this one over here. I certainly don't need that one. A medium nature hit with a 0 cooldown. I already have 2 others that have 0 cooldowns and they're heavy. I'm kind of counting on something now, you know? I'm kind of counting on something. So let's continue to level 35. Bubbles and Friends. Deals moderate nature damage to all enemies. Ooh, gains damage boost. Okay, so now I'm starting to wonder whether or not... Okay, this one was a group attack. I just don't see keeping that one. It just does more... This one here does more damage, but this one here is a stun, which is just so useful. I'm wondering now whether or not what I'm hoping is coming is coming. That's a very good question. That's a really good hit, too. She does a lot of damage. She really does. She does a lot of damage. I'm going to throw that there, and I'm going to gamble. I'm going to gamble. All right, so let's continue. Let's see if the gamble pays off. Abada Trampling. Deals very heavy nature damage, may stun. Ooh, tough call. Well, you know what? It's a 1-round cooldown. 1-round cooldown is pretty nice. I'll throw it in there for now. I know I may end up having trouble getting the other one back at this point. So let's just see. Level 45. Okay, we got that one just came right back. Okay, so... Alright, so let's see. Level 50. Did I make a mistake? Silverback Gorilla. Deals massive nature damage. May blind target. I mean, that's a great skill right there. I'm going to put it there. I think that what I was kind of looking for, she got stuns very early and she got increasing stuns. I was kind of hoping that there would be a group stun, but I don't think so now. I think I have seen all of her skills. I think I've seen either that or a blind, because she did get blinding early too, even though that's the first May blind that she got. I was kind of hoping for something like that, but I know I was reaching when I saw the second group attack. Thinking that you would have 3 group attacks would be just pushing it a little bit too much. But I'm pretty sure that we are now done. So we're just going to go through the last 2, and then we'll take a look to make sure. Alright, we got this one again. I don't need this one now. Now that I have 1 cooldowns, I don't need it anymore. And finally, level 60. Okay, and we have that one. Destroys... That one is just situational, you know? I mean, if you can blind and you can stun, those are more useful. You know, those are more useful. All right, I'm just going to take a quick look, even though I know the answer to this question. Yeah, it's those 2 there that were there. Right. So there's nothing else. There's nothing else. All right, let's go back to her stats here. Okay, she does tend to be more powerful than she is speedy. She also is kind of meaty in terms of life. A bit above normal. So... she's got really good stats, and she does a lot of damage, especially if she gets her nature weakness out there. The one issue that I would have with her is she has no special attacks, which means, well, I mean, it's okay if she gets the nature weakness down. She gets the nature weakness down, and it's really not going to matter. It's really not going to matter. And it's a good group attack anyway, so... she has some control, but anyway, you know what? Let's just go over the skills, and then we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, these are the skills that I chose, and pretty much these are the ones you needed. I mean, the only ones that were left over were lower versions of the ones that I actually chose for her. So, anyway, let's start doing this. Okay, first, Silverback Gorilla. Deals massive nature damage, may blind target. Alright, good solid hit. 1 round cooldown, blinds. Blinding is very good for our enemies. It makes them very hard for them to hit us. Yeah, in most cases though. Of course, unfortunately, the computer does... what's the word I'm looking for? Cheat! Yeah, it does. It cheats. And then we have Abata Trampling. Deals very heavy nature damage, may stun target. This is a 1 round cooldown. Not quite as good a hit as the first one. I believe the first one's... Yeah, first one's massive. This one's very heavy. It's on the borderline, though. It's pretty good hit. And stunning is always a good thing. That's a very good control right there. Unless, of course, they're immune to it, which unfortunately does happen. But in that case, you can just blind them, you know? So she's got 2 really good single target hits that have control to them. And they're also low cooldown, too. So that's very good. Now, what makes them better is this one. Chimpanzees and Vines. Deals moderate nature damage to all enemies, makes enemies weak against nature attacks. So if she gets this one down, the other attacks will do a lot more damage. So she probably wants to lead with this. And if she has other nature monsters in her group, they're going to benefit from this too. So this is actually a very good thing right here. And then we have finally Bubbles and Friends. Deals moderate nature damage to all enemies, gains damage boost. This, of course, these last two, they say moderate, but the gauges have them nearly at high damage, you know? So especially if you get the first one down and you come back with this one, that's going to do a lot of damage. And then, of course, it gives a damage boost so you can come back with one of these. But then again, it really depends on the situation, doesn't it? If there's someone you need to blind and someone you need to stun, you're going to do the first ones, you know, because that's the control thing. She has single target control, but let's face it, she's a damage dealer. That's who she is. She's a damage dealer. Her power is stronger than her speed, but her speed is pretty good. But that's who she is. She's a damage dealer. In terms of runes, what I would probably do is put 2 old damages on there and maybe a speed. I don't know. I might just throw a health on her to take advantage of her above average life, and if she does have problems staying alive. So we'll have to see about that. You know, the problem is that her big weakness would be fire, and fire creatures have a tendency to be damage dealers. So if she runs into fire, they'd probably do a lot of damage to her. In some cases, I've had to put health on some creatures so they can stay alive long enough to do something. I guess I'd have to use her to actually find out if I was going to have a problem with that. At the moment, I'm probably saying 2 damages and a speed. But I might end up taking that speed off and putting life on there. It really depends on whether or not I have trouble keeping her alive. At the moment, I'm thinking speed, because if she can get the weakness down, she can come back with the other attacks. Speed just really benefits that. So anyway, this is Kiridar. She's nature, and she's a damage dealer, which is kind of rare for nature, but hopefully this works out pretty well. I can't wait to start testing with her, and she very well might have pushed somebody out of my next testing team. Yeah, I think I'm going to be having an all-ladies team coming up, and that might be pretty soon. So anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it, and play games, because games are fun. See ya.